I don't want to believe shit. If it doesn't hurt me, it shouldn't be such a big deal.
I want to know right now on this podcast, who is running this country?
There's a bunch of different factions that you call the government.
History, science, education, energy, everything has always been controlled by the government since day one. CIA!
Oh, look at the time.
Illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan.
If you look into the experiments to prove that the Earth is spinning, all of them failed. Look into it.
What do you do?
You just
You
haven't
think
looked
the Earth
into it. If you look into it and you have proof that it is round, instead of going, oh, some scientist figured it out, somebody figured it out, but you figure it out. You try to figure it out.
No, it
No,
seems like
because when
people
they
would.
look into it, it's common sense. When you look into it,
So, I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's just the kingdom of heaven is at hand here. There isn't any time left to keep screwing around.
Very strongly about it. I felt strongly about it for a long time.
Look, there's gonna be a new world after this. It's gonna be cleansed of all this evil stuff. Are you coming with us or not?
And it comes from scientists.
look into it. Look into it, man.
But Eddie,
You need to understand something. God is perfect and cannot make a mistake. He will always keep his word and accomplish everything he says forever and always.
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
When you look
spins,
into it,
corkscrew.
This is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, it's the International Space Station. We're ready for the event.
Canadian National Film Board Space School. This is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Ramona Jennings, Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development in Nova Scotia. How do you hear me?
Yeah, no problem. I can hear you loud and clear. Glad to have you with us on the International Space Station.
Hi, Chris. It's a pleasure to speak with you again. I've been following your mission and have been enjoying all your breathtaking pictures and great videos on your Twitter account. I'm particularly happy to be here today to highlight this great new interactive website designed by the National Film Board of Canada in collaboration with the Canadian Space Agency for Young Canadians. And oh, by the way, Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. Well, yeah, it sure looks flat from up here. Well, I'm not supposed to say that. Stick to the script. Show them the globe. Sorry. It looks flat out the window. Oh, okay. Stick to the script. Stick to the script. Show them the globe. Show them the globe. But it looks flat.
Hello again, all my brothers and sisters on our flat, domed, stationary Earth. Okay, so walking down the block here and went to mail my mail, and I saw these two guys hanging out. They look like cool guys, working hard. They did a great job over here. The landscaper is, I'll leave it there. If anybody's in Buckeye or Phoenix or anything, give them a call. They did a great job. Well, anyway, I wanted to ask you two guys a couple of questions, all right? I want to know if you know the answer.
Fair enough.
Okay. It's nothing to do with religion. I'm not forcing anything on you. I want to just ask you, when our Lord said that Satan will have the whole world deceived, do you know what that is?
That would be during the rapture.
No, the whole, well, could be too, yeah. But what is the most important thing why we're on the earth?
To redeem our souls. From
That's true
sin.
too. But the biggest thing is that when our Lord said that Satan will have the whole world deceived, is thinking we live on a spinning ball flying through space. And that's not true. We live on a flat earth. Did you ever hear about that?
Well, not since Columbus, but yeah.
Well, Columbus went around. Like, think of it as a flat disc.
Sure.
He went around this like a pizza pie. Okay? But there's over 200 proofs that the earth is flat. There's not one proof that we live on a spinning ball. Not one. And our Bible tells us, we're finding out now, that in our Bible, there's 200 verses that say the earth is flat.
Really?
Did you ever think about that at all, or did you ever hear about the flat earth? Have you heard about the flat earth?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, but I mean, you're right. I mean, I can't prove otherwise, so.
Oh, I know it's hard, but there's proofs, experiments that prove that it's flat.
Okay.
Not that you did one or I did one, but, you know, but you never heard of it, like the flat earth recently, or?
No, not recently, no.
No?
I've heard of people that believe it's flat.
Right.
Yes, but
And a lot of people think, they laugh, like when I first found out like 2 years ago.
Right.
I laughed because my wife's sister was here from New York a couple of days. And then before she left, she said, Frank, I have to tell you something. I was meaning to tell you. I said, well, what is it, Sue? She goes, a lot of people think the earth is flat. And I started laughing. And then she had to leave because her ride came for the airport. And then I was thinking, let me look into it. Then when I looked into it, it's true, it's flat. And I was thinking like the same thing, like when I talked to one of my brothers in New York, he's like, no, you'll fall off the edge. You know what the thing is?
What's that?
We're surrounded by a giant ice wall, like 15, 20 stories high, and we don't know what's on the other side.
So how does that affect? I mean, if it's flat, how does that affect our lives here?
Well, you like being lied to?
Well, no, but
Do you like living in this twisted economy that these Freemasons have us in?
Just trying to survive, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man. We're just surviving. Meanwhile, their pay scale is off. It's on another chart.
Well, I agree with you that in America it's screwed up. That where are we at now? Like CEOs are 400 and some % to the worker.
And they're not even the top guys.
Right, right.
You know, we're over here working. Meanwhile, gas is $3 a gallon.
I mean, I'm definitely all about, if you earn your money, but, it's pretty hard when you're at the bottom.
A lot of us are. But you know what? And like I said, I don't want to push any religion on you. Even the Lord said, even if you're rich, you still have to work and produce.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
And a lot of people, they have money, they don't have time. They're too busy, whatever. But I just wanted to see what your input on it. But do you think for 1 minute, like, you think I'm crazy, or?
No, not at all. I mean, it's one of those, I think we rely a lot on what we've been told science-wise, so,
Well, science has lied to us. Newton has lied to us, with the gravity, with the apple falling. Like gravity, there's no such thing as gravity. It's only a theory. And like if you see, even like you see a rocket go up, okay, it just turns, it goes back into the ocean. You cannot break through the dome. And the reason why the sky is blue is because it's heavy water above us. And the sun and the moon go around the flat earth, and they spiral in and they spiral out. And that's how we get the seasons. And the sun and the moon are the same size. And the moon gives its own light. Like I tell a lot of people, if you had a good magnifying glass and you capture the moonbeam really good, and point that beam on the palm of your hand. It's cold.
Really?
Yes, it is. And the sun and the moon, like they spiral out, but like the sun doesn't go way, way out. And that's why the logic of the ice ring is there. Like there's no South Pole. That's all bullshit. You see Prince William go to the South Pole, and you saw the video of him, right? He's lying to you, man. There's no South Pole. And the North Pole is in the middle.
Oh, I got that. Okay.
It's in the middle. So if you came from the North Pole and went in any direction, okay, and you went as far as you can go, you'll hit an ice wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's what we're living in, man. Do you feel like you're flying or spinning through space?
Well, no.
I mean, really, think about it, right?
Right.
It's insane, man. But I will keep, I know you guys are working, and I really appreciate you talking to me.
Anytime,
Appreciate it. All right, everybody. I'm signing off, and like I always say, all things must pass until our Lord appears.
There's not a flaw in the Creator. He is the supreme justice of all things. Now, do you think he's not going to keep his word? The very first thing he said in the Bible, his word, the basic instructions before leaving Earth, that book is his word. And the very first thing he said is that the flat plane is just that. It's fixed and immovable.
Look into it.